My brother and I recently looked at these and see what they were going for, and sure enough, they had tripled in value.
Hi, I'm Camilla.
And I'm Kang. We are
the FI Resellers. And welcome to our What Sold video. We are going to show you some of our top sales from the past week so that you can know what things you should be on the lookout for to sell online.
Yeah, we've got some really great ones this week. Let's start off with these purple Justin boots. We sold them for $40 on Facebook Marketplace.
So this was a great sale. They sold pretty quickly once I cross-listed them to Facebook, and the buyer had an account on Facebook and an account on Mercari, sent in offers at both places. So we accepted the one on Facebook because of the lower fees, but it just goes to show you that Justin boots, are kind of one of the lower end, I would say, of cowboy boots, but they still sell for a good amount because cowboy boots, just in general, are really expensive. And these were really cool because they were purple, and some people love the color purple.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those almost like it's got like fans, like purple fans, We just thought they were really unique, and I think that's what helped them sell really quickly compared to, just like a plain brown pair of Justin boots.
We're looking at our statistics, and we see that 100% of our Justin items have sold, and I think pretty much all of them were boots. But that just goes to show you the following that the Justin brand also has.
Yeah.
We sold these slip-on sandals by Tory Burch for $75 on Poshmark.
So we picked these up at the bins. Kang actually fought a woman for them. And
yeah, I did.
No. He had them first. She tried to take them. He pulled them back.
It was pretty intense. I wish I had my action cam going that day, but
yeah,
too bad.
But in all the times we've been to the bins, that's like the closest that we've gotten ever to an altercation.
Yeah.
So, it just goes to show you go 100 times, you might get in one little
scuffle.
But anyway, these are really nice. They were in almost like new condition. They had a couple lowball offers on different places, on eBay, on Poshmark. But we held out, and I had them listed at $75, and that's what they sold for, which was really exciting.
We almost took a $60 offer on these, and we actually waited because, you have some time after you get an offer. And sure enough, a few hours later, someone bought it full price.
Tory Burch was actually one of our first big sales back when we were very first starting out reselling. It was one of the first pickups that I had that I was like, oh wow, I can make some money at this. I had a pair of wedges, and they sold for $70, and that was the biggest profit I had for months. It was awesome. So anyway, Tory Burch sandals have a special place in my heart in terms of reselling.
We sold these really cool loafers by Olikai for $42.70 on eBay.
We sold a lot of Olikai this week. Actually, 3 pairs of Olikai shoes.
People are getting ready.
I know, people are ready for summer. And so we were excited to sell these. We've had them listed since mid-February, but it seems like this is the week that Olikai is selling. This included the shipping, so it was $30 plus shipping. So we got these at the bins and spent just about $2, which is awesome.
Yeah.
We love, turning $2 into 30. That's great.
27, close enough. You'll see right there. Okay, something we really love to sell, and you know us, we love to sell quilts. This one was a quilt and 2 shams, right? These were by the company store, and we sold them for $90.75 on eBay.
Yeah, so we've had these listed for about a month. We had it listed originally at $100, and I was sending out offers for about $75, just trying to move it out. And so someone accepted that offer, and this was just really exciting. I was so excited when I found it in the bins. Although the day we were there, another woman had I think it must have been a matching set of, 2 blankets and 2 shams. And she had the other blanket, and I was so sad because I was like, I want the whole set. But it just goes to show you, even if you don't have the whole set, you can still sell it for good money. The company store, it seemed like they had some of these types of kind of bohemian style quilts seem to do pretty well on eBay. So
yeah, so be on the lookout.
Yeah, if you see them out and about, you should, look up the comps on that specific style.
We generally pick up handmade ones, but these company store and other branded quilts, they're worth looking up. Very surprising to me, we sold a pair of jeans by J Brand for $55. What? On Poshmark.
I know, it's crazy. So J Brand seems to be a great brand to be on the lookout for, I assume. This is our first time selling this brand, first time finding it. We mostly pick up, any jeans that will sell for more than about $20. We love selling jeans. We love picking them up. They sell pretty well for us. And recently we've been finding it seems like more and more higher end jeans, jeans that can sell for more online. and this is one of them. And so just be on the lookout for a J brand jean.
Not only did we sell a quilt, but we sold a quilted coat for $90. Oh, by Free People. For $90 on Poshmark.
Yeah, so this was another great sale. This was one that we've had for a really long time. We picked it up on our honeymoon. So we've had it for almost a year.
Yeah, almost.
We've had it since May. So I had been sending out really low offers on this. But someone came in and bought it on the offer from our Posher VA. So that was amazing. I was so happy with the sale. I was honestly so happy to see it go. I was like, goodbye. Like, I'm so happy to send you out. So it was just the best.
Yeah. So quilted items and quilted coats we've seen in the social media that we follow, they have been really kind of rising in popularity. So be on the lookout for quilted coats. We sold this golf jacket by Zero Restriction for $49 on Facebook Marketplace. This one was really nice.
It sold pretty quickly once we cross-listed it to Facebook. I believe the reason it went for so much was that it was Gore-Tex on the outside. It's like waterproof, it's weatherproof, that sort of thing. That was the reason I think that this had so much value. And it is golf season and spring is rainy. People want to go golfing and they don't want to have to worry about the rain. So perfect combo of all those things.
We were kind of surprised with the sale on this.
I know.
I did not expect this amount, but I was the one that picked it up and I looked up the comps. They seemed decent enough. We were going to just take a chance on it, but sure enough, it sold pretty quick too. We don't sell many of these. It's a hat, but this one happens to be a fancy hat that we picked up at the bins. It's this hat by Louise Green. We sold it for $58 on Poshmark.
This was one that King had picked up. If you saw in our haul, we kind of told the story of how I didn't think it would be worth anything. I don't really see people wearing hats that much. And he was like, well, I'll just look it up. And then he said, okay, well, it's really good. So we went on and listed it, and it sold pretty quickly in like a little over 2 weeks. So that was really awesome. And we were just really excited to, have this super lightweight thing that sold for so much and like honestly really surprising to me. So I would love to know what the buyer is going to wear this to, what she's using it for. I would just love to know about it.
You would buy a black hat like this in the middle of spring or summer. But I'm wondering if it's kind of like a funeral type thing. Who knows for sure? But it's so interesting that this particular color, we saw that some of the other comps, some of the other varieties that Louise Green has, they sold for a whole lot more. This one was just interesting. It was a little lower. Yeah.
I would say, like the fancier ones with, the different designs and all of that and different embellishments sold for more. And I felt like ours was kind of plain.
It did have a black bow, so black on black. I don't know. It just felt to me like a funeral type item.
Yeah, I don't know.
The next sale we want to feature was a bundle, and this one is special to us because it's from a viewer. We're so grateful to you, Carmen, for supporting us in this way. She got this Gant V-neck sweater and this Gentle Soles by Kenneth Cole. These two items sold for $40 on Poshmark.
I was excited to get this offer. I love selling bundles on Poshmark just in general, and then these were two really great pieces that we had just recently picked up, so I was happy to bundle them together. And then it was so fun to get Carmen's love note, when she received the items and, that she said she was a viewer. I just think that's so fun. That makes us feel so special.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love reading all of the reviews and things like that. I'm such a words of affirmation person that I look at every feedback and every, review and stuff. So I always am like, oh, this makes me feel so good. It just reaffirms, your reselling.
Sometimes it works in the opposite way where it's just soul crushing. But
I know, yeah.
Thank you for your love note, Carmen. Now one really, really cool sale. Let's cut to it. We sold these wrestling shoes, my wrestling shoes, from over a decade ago for $300. Crazy. Okay, so these are very special. They're kind of limited edition wrestling shoes. And this signature here is Cael Sanderson. He is really famous because he had a collegiate record undefeated for his entire career in college. And then he went on to win an Olympic gold medal. So this guy's done it all. If you see this signature, that's one to be on the lookout for. And really, wrestling shoes in general do really well. I don't know that you would ever find these particular shoes in the wild because they're pretty rare nowadays. My brother had gotten these for me when I was wrestling. Did you know that I was wrestling? Anyway, he had gotten these for me for between $70 and $80. They've appreciated in value, so $300 plus shipping. So you really can't beat that. Really exciting sale here. My brother and I recently looked at these and see what they were going for. And sure enough, they had tripled in value, even though they're well worn, well used. Got a lot of great memories here, but it's time to let it go. I mean, I don't wrestle anymore. We got some padding on the bottom. We're gonna make this 2 pounds. What's gonna happen is that eBay has a authenticity program where we have to send this to the authenticator, and then they'll authenticate it, and then they'll send it to the buyer. We pay the shipping there, and they take care of the rest. And so what we need to worry about is getting it there safely, and we're actually gonna buy insurance on it. So $300, you better be buying insurance. So there we go, we've got 1 pound 14, so just under 2 pounds, which is great. So the ship cover insurance is a little cheaper than the USPS, so we're gonna just go with ship cover insurance, and it's a total of $15.54. We're not losing too much money on the shipping cost with that. That one was just so exciting to have gotten. We did not even, well, I had thought maybe we would get 300, but never in my wildest dreams did I think that something that I wore over 10 years ago would sell for that much.
Yeah, we were just so excited to get that sale. It's one of our top sales of all time. Like, I think the other two of our, highest sales were at $300. So this is just amazing. We love getting those sales. It's like, oh my gosh, we don't get sales like that very often. It's not like we're selling all these home runs every time.
Right.
Most of our items are selling for, a smaller average sale price. So when we get these really big sales, it's like, wow, this is so exciting. This is amazing. It just feels really good. So usually we film these on Saturday so that we can show you the full week, with all of our numbers and things. But today is actually Wednesday. And the reason we're filming it early is that we are going out of town this weekend. And so you know what that means. We're going to take you along for our travels. We're not going to, interrupt the rest of this with all sorts of, sales, but we will do the rest of what we, usually include in our What Sold videos, our investments, our final numbers, all of that throughout our travels. So
yeah, so come along with us.
Yeah.
Hey, so where are we at?
We're in the Detroit airport.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
We're here for a baby shower.
Baby shower to celebrate baby.
Yeah.
Hey, Camilla.
Thursday was the last day of this week that we're covering. And so here are our final numbers after we had a couple more Poshmark sales that day. We sold a total of 61 items for a gross revenue of $2,013.10. Cost of goods for those 61 items was $121.17. So on eBay, we sold a total of 25 items for a net profit of $717.31. On Facebook Marketplace, we sold 5 items for $116.78. On Mercari, we sold 5 items for $83.18, and on Poshmark, we sold 26 items for $473.37.
Oh.
And so when you add up all of those platforms, our net profit this week was $1,390.54.
Pretty good.
So that was pretty good considering, on Thursday we turned eBay onto vacation mode along with Mercari. We kept Facebook Marketplace open, and we kept Poshmark open because we had enough time that we could ship those items. It is surprising, well, I guess not really surprising. You saw, our sales. But Poshmark, we sold more items but made less profit. But we had that really great sale on eBay. So that kind of makes sense. But it just goes to show you, it doesn't matter how many items. It also matters, the profit and the two of those things together.
Right.
We ended up putting $84 into our investment account from Mercari. Mercari was kind of a bummer this week. It's not even triple digits, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
We just keep holding on to it though. It just keeps making a few sales.
I think that it knows. I think it knows that we don't really enjoy that platform. So I think that it knows that. I think if you really like that platform, I feel like the sites kind of respond to your effort, in some ways. And so if you aren't putting a lot of effort into a certain platform, or reflect that.
Right. You know what else? We had this one sale on Thursday on eBay that was about $100. And hopefully we'll be able to share it next week because we're still waiting for this person to pay.
Yeah,
it's
they
crazy.
Still haven't paid. So,
but other than that, we have got a great start to the next week, so stay tuned for that too. So here's a quick update on that authenticity for those wrestling shoes. What essentially happened is that we sent it to New York where there was an authenticator, and then he verified it, we're good, and then he sends it to, well, it's probably he, Anyway, the person sends it to the buyer after it's been authenticated. Now it's in transit. And so all we have to do is just hope that everything goes well and that the buyer wants to keep it, right? Because I guess they could always send it back if they're not, they don't want the item. And so essentially our job is done to having gotten it to the authenticator. We don't have to worry about the rest of the part, right? eBay doesn't expect us to have oversight of the authenticator and have the authenticator send it to the buyer, right? So it doesn't make sense that we have to worry about anything after we get it to the authenticator and have it authenticated. Wow. Jeez. So yeah, that's where we're at with that $300 sale. That's how the authenticity program works with eBay, and we really think that it's pretty seamless. I mean, it got to the authenticator pretty quickly, and the authenticator did a pretty good job very quickly and then had it sent to the buyer. So very happy about how that process works overall. All right, now it's time for a quick update on our total stock market index experiment. And this is how we're doing. We've got almost $7,500 into it. Like Camilla mentioned, we put Macari's profits into there. And you see that it's still down $150, but it's continuing to kind of go up little by little. So we are still confident that this is the route to go. And we spoke with Scott, the Cha-Ching King, just the other day. If you want to go watch that video, then please do. But essentially what we got from a lot of that conversation is that personal finance is personal, right? The things that we tell you about our strategy and the way that we do things, we just want you to be able to try to develop your own strategy. If there's anything that we say that resonates with you, hopefully you're taking action, because that's the most important part. The things that you hear, it doesn't matter unless you take action, right? It can be inspired by anything, but as long as you are just sitting there and not taking action, nothing's going to happen. And so to us, it's very personal, and that's why we made this channel, to kind of connect you with the financial independence community, because the reselling community has a very similar mindset. We want to work for ourselves, have the flexibility to do what we want whenever we feel like it. And so that's why Camilla is doing this full time. We want to be able to be ready for the baby and be able to do that at the pace that we want. So hopefully a little bit resonates with you. We'll continue to talk about financial independence and our strategies as the weeks continue, but I think that's a very strong concept to grasp, is that whatever we're saying is personal to us. If even just a little bit kind of resonates with you, then hopefully you can take that and run with it.
So now it's time for community bolos. So this week's community bolo comes from Danielle from Yard Sales and Dreams, and she sold this amazing, rare, vintage, new old stock, meaning that it was never, used, My Little Pony Daisy Sweet Blue Perfume Puff on the card. That's what that means. That is still on the card. So
okay. I wasn't sure about that either.
Yeah, you can see it in the picture, how it has like the little, how it's still attached. Anyway, this is really amazing. My Little Pony is something that you should be on the lookout for, but this was, still attached to the original packaging, which is amazing. And so she had it up for auction and got 16 bids, and it ended up selling for $255. So
crazy.
That is amazing. She has a video of the last minute, and it shot up totally nuts.
It's crazy.
So
did you know that My Little Ponies has a huge following, even in the male community? They're called bronies.
I always thought that was a weird thing.
Very weird thing, but it is a thing.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was a weird
that's
thing.
partially probably why this went for $255. It's probably a guy. I would bet you it went to a guy. But anyway, that's a little tidbit of information that might make this even more interesting.
That is an amazing sale, but make sure that you're following Danielle on Instagram and on YouTube. She has a great YouTube channel, and she is so knowledgeable about vintage items, just all sorts of, she has a wide range of things that she sells, and she's so knowledgeable about them. She's been a reseller for a long time. And so if you are looking to learn more about really high value items and items that you might have available in your area, you should definitely subscribe to her channel. She has a great channel, and she is just the sweetest person.
All right, now we're back. Let's close this out.
Yes, so thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below of how your week has been. Has it been a good week for you? Has it been a not so good week for you? If you're on Poshmark, how is that Poshmark algorithm affecting you? Let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That tells YouTube that this is a good video. And if you aren't subscribed, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you as part of our community here on YouTube.
Yeah. keep that passion burning, y'all. Sometimes you'll get a home run like we did this week, and we really hope that that comes to you and that you're celebrating. Let us know when that happens for you. We're really cheering you on. And we hope that you have a great week as well. We'll see you later.
Bye.
If you're the person that bought the hat, please let us know why you're wearing it.
Yeah, we would love to hear the story. We're totally
I doubt it.
I know. I doubt that lady's watching YouTube.
Wasn't her name Patty or something?
Peggy.
Peggy.
Peggy's not
Thanks,
watching
Peggy.
our YouTube.
She's not watching our YouTube.